Welcome to the chip market, where we help you invest smarter in the world of semiconductors in AI. Today, we are breaking down the Q3 2025 results for ASML. Now, this might be the most important company you've never heard of, but its technology is the hidden engine behind pretty much every advanced chip on the planet.
Think about that for a second. What if a single company was so critical that its success or its failure could literally steer the future of technology? Well, that's not some sci-fi premise. We're talking about ASML, a company right at the heart of the AI revolution, and at the same time, a growing geopolitical storm.
So, what does ASML actually do? Well, to put it simply, they have a complete, total monopoly on the machines needed to make the world's most advanced chips. You can think of their machines as the most sophisticated projectors ever built, shrinking impossibly complex patterns onto silicon. Without them, Moore's law, the idea that chips get twice as powerful every 2 years, would just stop. All right, so how is this linchpin of the entire tech world actually doing right now? Let's dive into their latest report card, because the numbers give us some really crucial clues. First up, the headline number: total net sales came in at 7.5 billion euros for the quarter. This landed right where they said it would, which signals stability and really a steady hand at the wheel. No surprises here. And out of that, they pulled in a net income of 2.1 billion euros. That works out to a profit margin of over 28%. For a company that builds some of the most complex, house-sized machines on Earth, that is just incredibly strong. Okay, but this next number? This is where the story really gets interesting for us as investors. Net bookings, which are basically new orders for machines they'll deliver down the road, came in at a super healthy 5.4 billion euros. This is our best look at what future demand is shaping up to be.
And here's why that booking number is so critical. Just look at this, comparing it to the same time last year. Yeah, sales and income are holding steady, which is great, but the bookings, they've more than doubled. That is a massive signal that a huge wave of demand is building just over the horizon.
Now, where's all this business coming from? Taiwan and South Korea, no surprise there. They're the usual heavyweights. But look at China, making up a whopping 27% of their sales this quarter. Go ahead and burn that number into your memory, because it is the absolute key to the central conflict in ASML's story right now.
So what on earth is behind that surge in future demand? Well, the first and by far the most powerful driver is the global gold rush for artificial intelligence.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The CEO himself, Christophe Fouquet, said it very plainly. The AI boom is directly fueling investment in advanced logic chips. Those are the brains, and DRAM, the super-fast memory need to run these massive AI models. And the numbers back this up perfectly. Of those new orders we just talked about, a staggering 3.6 billion euros, that's 2/3 of the total, were for their most advanced EUV machines. EUV stands for extreme ultraviolet, and it is the only technology on the planet that can make the kind of ultra-powerful chips that are the workhorses of the AI revolution. This AI demand isn't just about orders on a spreadsheet either. It's driving real, tangible progress. We're seeing customers like SK Hynix start to install the next generation of these machines. And ASML is even pouring money into AI software itself, partnering with a company called Mistral AI to make their own tools smarter and faster.
But, the AI boom isn't the whole story. For every action, there's a reaction. And the second major force shaping ASML's world is a geopolitical one: the growing technology restrictions being placed on China.
And here it is, another stark warning, straight from the CEO. This quote is in direct contrast to all of that optimism around AI. He is forecasting a significant decline in that massive China business we saw just a few minutes ago. This right here is the central conflict for ASML's entire future. So here you have it, the China paradox. China is a massive source of strength today, right? It's over a quarter of their entire business. But because of new government export controls, it's also their single biggest headwind for tomorrow. It's a real tug-of-war. So what's the game plan? Well, ASML is basically betting that the AI boom will be strong enough to cancel out the China decline. They're telling investors to expect overall sales to be flat, but with a major shift happening under the surface. More of their newest, priciest EUV machines for AI, and fewer of their older DUV systems that were mostly going to China. So with these two giant forces, AI pulling them up and geopolitics pushing them down, what's ASML's long-term plan? Well, it's all about doing what they do best, pushing the absolute boundaries of technology.
See, if you can't shrink transistors any smaller, you have to start building up. That is the next frontier. ASML is jumping into the world of 3D chip making, or what the industry calls advanced packaging. It's all about stacking chips vertically to make them way more powerful. They've just shipped their first machine designed just for this, and it can boost productivity for their customers by up to 400%. That's a brand new and potentially huge market for them.
And their ambition here is just massive. Even with the China headwinds, they believe these new innovations can push them to revenues of up to 60 billion euros by 2030. Let me just put that in perspective. That's nearly doubling the size of their entire business in just 5 years. And that brings us to the final, crucial question for any investor. ASML clearly has the technological roadmap to keep bending the laws of physics. But their journey is going to be shaped just as much by decisions made in Washington and Beijing as it will be breakthroughs in their labs. So, is their biggest challenge technology or geopolitics? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like this video, share it, and of course, subscribe to the Chip Market for more deep dives into the world of semiconductors and AI.